Did you know that 40% of Americans worry they'll outlive their retirement savings? Even more concerning, a single political decision could slash your Social Security benefits by thousands of dollars overnight. The retirement safety net millions of Americans depend on is caught in a political tug-of-war, and your financial future hangs in the balance. In this video, we'll uncover exactly how politicians influence your Social Security benefits and why your financial future depends on staying informed. Social Security has long served as America's retirement backbone, providing critical income to over 65 million Americans. But today, politicians from both parties have dramatically different visions for its future. Whether you're already retired or just starting your career, your financial security depends heavily on these political battles. Let's see what this means for your wallet. Let's break down what's really happening here. Social Security faces a genuine funding crisis. According to Congressional Budget Office projections, the Social Security Trust Fund is set to run dry by 2034. Without action, this would trigger automatic benefit cuts of approximately 20%. What does that mean for you? If you're counting on receiving $2,000 monthly in Social Security benefits, political inaction could reduce that to just $1,600. That's almost $5,000 a year disappearing from your budget, making basic expenses like groceries, healthcare, and rent even tougher to manage. And that's not me guessing. These are official numbers straight from the Congressional Budget Office. For many retirees living on fixed incomes, this isn't a minor inconvenience. It's the difference between security and hardship. Now, what makes things trickier is how Democrats and Republicans are worlds apart on fixing this. Republicans suggest raising the retirement age from 67 up to 70, or making benefits harder to get if you're financially better off. Democrats, on the other hand, prefer solutions like taxing higher earners more to boost funding, and even expanding benefits. Imagine two roads. One makes you work longer, the other asks wealthier folks to pitch in more. These choices aren't just politics, they directly shape your retirement plans. Every president leaves a big mark on Social Security. For example, during his campaign, President Trump promised no cuts to Social Security, but his administration proposed slicing disability benefits by about $75 billion over a decade. President Biden, by contrast, proposed increasing benefits for older recipients while extending program solvency through new taxes on Americans earning over $400,000 annually. What presidents promise and what they actually do can sometimes be very different, and that's why paying attention matters. But it's not just the White House that shapes Social Security policy. Key congressional committees hold tremendous power over its future. The Senate Finance Committee and House Ways and Means Committee control the legislative pathway for any Social Security reform. In states with high percentages of retirees like Florida, Arizona, and Pennsylvania, Social Security positions can make or break political careers. This creates intense electoral pressure that shapes how politicians approach this critical program. Key senators and representatives in powerful committees ultimately decide Social Security's fate. For instance, Senator Bernie Sanders consistently fights for expanding benefits, while Senator Rick Scott has pushed for plans that could mean benefit reviews every 5 years. Knowing exactly who's making these calls can help you understand where your benefits stand. The most significant recent development came last September, when Congress passed the Social Security Enhancement Act. While this legislation temporarily strengthened program funding through modest payroll tax adjustments, nonpartisan policy analysts like the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget point out that it merely pushed the insolvency date back by 4 years. The fundamental structural challenges remain unaddressed. For current retirees, this means continued benefits at current levels for now, but younger workers face increasing uncertainty about what Social Security will look like when they retire. The longer comprehensive reform is delayed, the more drastic future changes will need to be. Looking ahead, the 2026 midterm elections could fundamentally reshape Social Security's future. With 34 Senate seats up for grabs, many in states with high percentages of retirees, we're approaching a critical inflection point. Additionally, the next Social Security Trustees Report, due this spring, is expected to highlight the program's worsening financial outlook. potentially forcing action from even the most reluctant lawmakers. The battle over Social Security isn't just political theater. It directly affects your financial security and retirement planning. Politicians' choices today will determine whether millions of Americans can maintain their dignity and financial independence in retirement. Staying informed and engaged as a voter remains your best defense against unwelcome surprises. Have concerns about how politics might impact your Social Security benefits? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't wait for politicians to decide your future. Take action now by checking your personal Social Security statement online. Like and subscribe for more financial news that actually matters to your wallet, because what happens in Washington doesn't stay in Washington.